stage a company has to start thinking about partnership seriously, right? And the second question is, if they're thinking about that, like, is there a framework that companies can follow?
Okay. So the question one, I'll answer very straightforwardly, saying, according to me, I mean, you can start building partnerships day one. And I think it's always a function of whether it's manufacturing, whether it's services or any industry, right? I think it's a simple commercial decision, right? Saying that, yes, if I'm going to try to do this on my own X or Y, is this going to give me incremental revenue? Is it going to reduce my costs? Is it going to increase my credibility, which would going to help me long-term value? So as long as I'm building value, increasing my sales or reducing my costs, each of those three factors are enough to build a partnership. Whether whether partnerships are for long-term, short-term, and medium-term depends on the nature of the partnership. So for me, it's always a function of, and again, I guess by virtue of saying what I said, I've already defined the framework for you, right? The framework is always a function of three things again, and I think in an old school P&L, it would just be a function of building profit, increasing your revenue, reducing your cost. In today's world, in the startup world we live, we add one more value of building a brand, building a value, correct? Because there are people who are also investing in the value of the brand and not just so as long as you can create a framework for each of them, try and target the key problems. If you can target and solve those problems by yourself, well and good. Or even if you are doing it on your own, if there's somebody else who's doing it better than you, can you learn with them? Can you learn from them? Can you simple question is, can you partner with them? So for me, I always look at partnerships as a very, very, again, very mathematical approach.
Right.
And then an interpersonal approach, right? Obviously, and the way why I say that is because, let's say, for example, let's just take an example that you were to produce a part X, which would reduce your cost by 25%, but you don't have that part X. Now you can go find 5 companies in the market to do it as your partners, but you might end up partnering with one of them, even though they might not be the best in price, in a way, because you feel like you share the vision of that person better. Or then there are certain things which are sometimes just beyond a bit of mathematics. So it always starts mathematically for me, and it ends interpersonally for me. So that's how I look at partnerships as a
very nice.
parameter.